La la la. All right. Well, there you go. All right, we're live. Hey, I'm seeing it now. There you go. Welcome. Come one, come all. Welcome to the Akari Press channel. In case you are confused and wondering who I am, my name is Antonio Bryce. I am a comic book creator. I am the creator of this comic book series Brand and its ongoing sequel, Brand Way of the Gun, which is currently on Indiegogo, nearing that $6,000 mark. Thank you to the kindness of good backers such as yourself. Hey, well, we've got another one of these interviews that I do. Let me see. The book is called The Adventures of, I'm probably saying this wrong, Kim Il Sung and Best Korea.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well, welcome, Kami Mark, to the channel. How are you?
I'm very good. Just straight hot off a CG UK stream that just finished like 20 minutes ago. Go and check that out after you've watched this. Don't go away. Like, you don't want to miss this. Is going to be epic. I want to take this moment to thank Antonio publicly for giving me a chance to come on his channel, show you my shit, and hopefully convince you to back the hottest book out of North Korea that you've ever seen.
Yeah, well, okay, so yeah, you're like a wrestler. You got like a gimmick. I see you got the Russian flag behind you. That's the old. Do they still use that one? Because that's the one that looks like with the Russian pickle. That looks like the
Soviet Union one. This
yeah. That's what when I was a kid. Yeah, I was born in '75. That's for a good chunk of my life. That was the flag. You know, you go to the Olympics and it said USSR. It didn't say Russia. You know, it said USSR. You know, Russia was just like one of the nation states or whatever in the Soviet Union, and you know, Ukraine and all that kind of stuff. They used to always have, they used to always do their thug thistle. So there you go. But yeah, I see the chat people falling in here. Welcome. Please, you know, throw up that like if you're on YouTube or if you're watching on Periscope or whatever. Just holler at us, send your questions, all that good stuff. But well, Kami Mark, tell us about your wares. What brings you to the Akari Press channel today?
So I have this book, The Adventures of Kim Il Sung and Best Korea, which is like a photo novella, fumetti sort of comic book. Like, because I am a writer, not a visual artist. I'm more of like a conceptual artist. And I wanted to make comic books, but that's hard to do if you can't draw in it. So I had to find like some creative solutions to dealing with that problem. So I've taken, this is a fanzine version. Like, we'll look at this. I've taken loads of photographs, like, and stitched them together into an alternate history narrative, and and it's pretty damn funny, if I say so myself.
Well, okay. Well, I've got it up here on the screen here. You're $862.
Yeah,
looks like you were.
Today we passed 1 million Korean won in it, making this only the second 7-digit Comicsgate book. So that's good.
Okay. All right. And whoa, okay. So I missed this. You actually have Korean writing on the thing there?
Yeah, courtesy of Google Translate. Thank you, Google. I am gonna try and hit up South Korea and see if I can sell some over there as well.
Oh, okay. So you'd actually ship to South Korea. Okay,
well, so I'm in the UK, and the South Korea is only as far away as shipping to the USA. Like, so I might as well.
So wait a minute. So this, did you draw this, or did you hire artists to do that?
No, so I have a YouTube show, Gay Space Communism. Go and check it out. Give me a subscribe.
Did you say Gay Space Communism?
Yeah. So, my show's called Gay Space Communism. Okay. So the way that show works is it's in 3 segments. The first segment, we take like a piece of media that like looks at communism in some way. So you know, we could look at Red Sun, or we could look at Rocky IV, or you know, some like we have guests on and they come on and we review that. Then we play these 2 games. We play Seize the Means of Production, which is like you know, if there was no intellectual property laws and stuff, and you could make any sort of project that you wanted, like, what would you make? And then we play this game, Get in the Gulag, where it's like, take a thing that you hate from Earth, like if we're rebuilding society, and put it in the Gulag. So I'm getting off topic. The co-host on that show is my YouTube boyfriend, Captain F-Head, who's in the chat right now. I can see him there. He drew this cover for me. And this cover is, he always gets annoyed when I say this, so I'm going to say it again. He drew over a Captain Marvel cover in it, like a public domain one. You see these Japanese people at the bottom who are running away in fear. That's original artwork from the public domain.
No, I have to
Marvel
ask you though, because you said that Captain what is it, Captain Fuckhead, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's
he is your internet boyfriend. Are you a member of the LBGTQ community here in Comicsgate? Are you part of that community here?
I'm just internet gay in it. Like,
okay, you just into. Oh, you like Ro?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Ro's a pretender. I believe if Cock and Ball showed up, Ro would not really want to.
It would be a surprise.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, but Ro is, by his own admission, he is internet gay. But
as soon as the first time I ever heard him say internet gay, I was like, yes, like that's exactly what
I believe internet gay should be its own classification. I believe, you can be, maybe you should be LBGTQ and then put like IG on there for internet gay or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
or Instagram.
Yeah. What the way they be shaking that ass on the gram, that would be very fitting. Okay. So this is what I see here. You've taken like real photos and you've put narration and dialogue and stuff there.
Yeah. So, all the words are mine, and so it's much more of a technical achievement than it looks to take all of these photos and stitch them together into a new story, and a story that has the opposite ending to what really happened. Like, so I'm really proud of just having made it. Like, that's an achievement by itself.
How many pages is the book?
It's currently 27, 28 including the cover. Obviously, I need to get it up to a multiple of 4, and I've still got to add some in-betweens. I've got like some columns and stuff that I want to write. And I wrote this other book before, Not Daredevil, which was like this, because I'm not an artist, I have to be creative. I took these public domain comic books and took out all of the words and added my own words. And those books had like fake adverts inside, like satirizing stuff from that time period. So I'm going to do that again in it and put fake Korean adverts in there.
Okay, I see you.
So it will definitely be at least 30 pages, like but it could go anywhere up to 40. It depends, because you know what it's like when you start writing. Sometimes it just flows out, and I could end up writing like 20 pages of opinions in between, and you just don't know.
Yeah, definitely that. Okay, let me see. Let's see, Kim Il-sung and Best Korea, February 29th. I guess that's when was probably for pre-launch.
Yeah, because I released it on February the 29th because it's a rare date.
Leap year, yeah.
Yeah, for a special man, like I thought he really deserved something like that.
So let me see. Okay, so I'm going through your rewards here. You got a digital perk, it's $6.
Can you do me the honor? Can you click on them, because I've written jokes in there as well. Like
okay, let me see. So you actually gonna make me read this shit? Is that what you're asking? Okay.
There's only a couple that I'll get it to read.
Okay, let me say. Okay. From each according to his ability, to each according to his needs. The see? All right, I'm wanting to end the stream. The proletariat PDF package for our comrades outside the utopia in Best Korea, suffering in wage slavery with limited disposable income. Join the bread line, and a digital version of the Adventures of Kim Il-sung and Best Korea will be delivered 3 months late.
Yeah. So that's for anti-CJ in it, because they like to complain about how late the books are. So
I love when they show up but I love when they show up and talk about books that they didn't even purchase. Rumble Terrier, I'm talking to you. I saw him trolling Andrew Huerta the other day, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't back Sovereign." So I'm sitting there going, "Why are you? If you're a backer, then you have a right to complain. If you've given your money, but you didn't back, and you're just sitting there just trolling and just saying dumb shit, it doesn't make sense." So, all right, but here is the $10. So is this is a physical book? I'm assuming. Okay, for $10. So what's your shipping gonna run like that on that? Because you're obviously international.
It's £10 in real money. I think that translates to $11 or $12, something like that.
£10 in US. I mean, well, £10. I mean, because
10 Great British pounds. It's about $12, I think, $11 or $12, something like that.
Yeah, pounds. Yeah, I know that pounds jumps up because I remember he told me it was like 80 pounds and it was really like $100-something and I had to pay. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, pounds jumps up.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah, so this the Proletariat fanzine is this one in it, like that I've printed Alexopoulously in my shed, like and as you can see, I've stapled it with staples in it.
Are you holding something up because I can't see you right now? I'm sharing this.
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah, okay. I'm just showing the book.
Do you actually have the book? Hold on, let me
just the prototype of the fanzine version.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it on you then. Well, and then we can come back and talk about your book. But yeah, when I do the screen share, I can't see you. So
yeah, because one monitor in it. Okay. So yeah, this is the fanzine version, which is printed in my shed. And is on A4 paper.
All great Comicscape projects should be just printed in your home on however. That is the way
you can see that I've stapled it in the sides, not on the margins or the whatever this is called. It's stapled in the side. And this one will be shipped in classic stealing solo style. So I'm just gonna write your address on the back, stick it in the mail and it.
I like Jeff. I was like Jeff. Yeah, Jeff messed up, but I like Jeff. And Jeff bought my book, so I'm happy with it.
Well, when you're doing satire, you have to be equal with your enemies and your friends in it.
Yeah, but when I saw it, when people started tweeting that shit out on Twitter, I was like, oh boy, that's a clusterfuck.
What a disaster. Good. What a disaster for him.
Yeah, because like I said, Jeff's a really nice guy, but then, people start going in and he probably did not handle the criticism. When he said something about suing people or something, it was like, I don't know, he didn't handle it right. But then he gathered himself and sent out a professional response, and talked to the printers. And I understand they're going to correct that. But yeah, the initial backlash in his response to it was not good. But yeah, that's why I'm glad I got my Gemini mailers and all that good stuff. I was like, that did not handle it.
So yeah, that one will be sent with no packaging. And because it's stapled really badly along the side, you may just get the back page in the end. But what you get is what you get in it. Those are the rare ones. Those will be the collector ones in the distant future in it.
All right. Now I'm going to go back to sharing your thingy there, so we can go through because I want to go through the rest of the tiers. But yeah, if you share something else, let me know because I can't see you while I'm doing this. So
all right, sweet.
Okay. So we're back on the Best Career Proletariat fanzine. Redistribute your wealth away from the bourgeoisie and get on one of just 10 black and white limited fanzine copies of the Adventures of Kim Il-sung, printed Alexopoulously at home. Also, I thought that was a troll. You're really gonna ship out?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought that was a troll. Okay.
It can be both. It doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. It's both.
Yeah, A4 paper and stapled in the lowest quality, shipped in classic stealing solo site. Yeah. Okay. Oh man. Okay. And 4 people have bought it. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay, so let me see. We go. Okay, Kim Il-sung and Best Career comic. Okay, so that's $12 at least US. I'm obviously showing it in my currency.
Yeah.
And let me see. Exchange your hard-earned labor credits. And I love how you did the English spelling of labor because we don't have
the correct way. You mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Our country's like 4 times bigger than yours, so I'm going to go with the numbers.
Yeah, but mine's 4 or 5 times older than yours. So.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, but we had to separate from you guys and blah 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 across the pond and revolution and go USA, America. Yeah. All right. Anyway, because the British are our friends, and it's not like you're one of these wishy-washy countries. We've had a long-standing alliance and friendship, so
Yeah.
we love our British brothers and sisters.
Born out of a mutual hatred of each other as well. That we've gone from being enemies to being best buds.
Yeah, and we appreciate you guys sometimes, and definitely like your teas. And tea, oh great, hot. I don't know. I might have to have you say British things that I always know on television. I was like, yeah, but
a cup of tea.
Yeah, just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. There you go. All right.
Hail Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Let's exchange your hard-earned labor credits and get your dirty capitalist hands on a higher quality physical copy of the Adventures of Kim Il-sung and Best Korea, printed by an actual respected publisher.
Yeah. Like, so that's just the standard copy in it, like what you would expect to get. Like, just a copy of the book as a comic.
And that would be $12 plus the shipping on that, of course. Let me see. Okay, Kim Il-sung Best Korea manga. Oh, okay, so you have another book.
No, it's the same book, but backwards. Like, I had to ask myself the question. Yeah, how many different ways can I sell you the same thing? Like,
I got you, because it's okay.
Very capitalist of me.
It's not a bad idea, because what is it? Liam Gray said he had two versions of Xenotype. One of them is more of a manga, a smaller manga book that reads from left to right to left.
Right to left, yeah.
And then he's got one that's more of a comic book that's done, in traditional style. So I thought that was interesting, because my nephews grew up being really into like manga, but they were into like the cartoons and Dragon Ball, all that kind of stuff. My brother never really bought them the actual zines or anything. They just watched all the cartoons, Digimon, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh. I used to have to buy those cards and stuff, as gifts. And I was like, oh, buy my Pokemon set.
That's the gateway into it. That is. So they grab the kiddies.
Yeah, like I said, I know Kanan, a couple of his kids are into that stuff. There's also like so. But yes, okay. So this is the same book, but it's like a different version of the same thing.
Yeah, that's it. But because most of the book is in black and white, there's the only color in the book, in fact, is one rainbow at the moment, and it's crucial to the story. But yeah, it's black and white. It's Asian. It just made perfect sense to do a manga version of it as well.
Okay. It says, enjoy the legendary adventures of the world's most amazing man, world's most charming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man. Great big Star Wars fan, trusted member of the wrong show. All right. Amazing man. Now in manga form, this black and white print edition of the Adventures of Kim Il-sung and Best Korea comes with a limited sketch effect variant cover and has been reversed for the people of mighty Best Korea. You are sticking with this theme. I like it. I like that.
One of the jokes that I really like in there is, so people do sketch variant covers. This is a sketch effect cover, so it's just a Photoshop filter over the original cover on it, like because I'm satirizing Indiegogo campaigning in the campaign at the same time.
Well, okay. We'll see. That one went over my head, but you've explained it now, so I get it. Okay. Let me see. Burn a book. Oh wow. Yeah, you've really been paying attention. So burn a book. Revolution. Resist. Fight the power. Protest the launch of The Adventures of Kim Il-sung and Best Korea by purchasing a copy that I will personally burn for you in my garden on a live stream. Let me see. Has anybody claimed that one yet?
Yeah.
Oh, two. Okay, so you're gonna burn a couple copies.
Okay. Yeah. That's you've seen that's a trend that's picking up at the moment of people burning books
or shooting them with an AR-15. Yes,
I was on graded 0.5. Was on graded 0.5 the other day, and I offered a special for that day only that anyone who bought the book on that day and then uploaded a video of them shooting it would get a $2 refund on it, like just because that would be funny as well.
Yeah, let me see. So Kim Il Sung, both covers, and I like that you were very respectful and spoke to our president, Donald J. Trump, and had him hold those covers up for you. That's very impressive. I must.
Well, you know when Trump received that very beautiful letter from Kim Jong Un,
Yes.
it was actually a copy, an advanced copy of this comic book in it. So
yeah, I can see why he would share that with him. And again, salute to our very esteemed president for helping young comic creators. I think that's a tribute to him, and I'm looking forward to the upcoming elections in a few months. So
it's going to be summer, isn't it?
Yes. But you get both variant covers for that for $21. 21, my friends. Let me see. Plus shipping, of course. And then Make Korea Best Again, the Bourgeoisie Best Korea Bundle. So it looks like, do you get that hat with there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so show your support for the Supreme Leader by sporting one of these Make Korea Best Again hats and get the most bang for your capitalist buck with both the standard Adventures of Kim Il Sung book and Best Korea and the manga edition, a PDF, and 6 CG UK trading cards. Oh, tell me about the CG UK trading cards.
So we've had this idea because we've got lots of creators in the UK.
Absolutely.
So,
Carl Stephan, Married Boys, love that guy.
Yeah, he's a legend. He's in our gang as well.
I was the one. He was on my channel, and he spoke to Ethan Van Sciver for the first time on my channel. Ethan was in my chat, and I sent him the link, and that's how they made the introduction. So I always feel special.
That's nice. And you had Charlie's London on yesterday, was it, or the day before?
Yes, the day before.
Yeah. She's one in our gang as well. One of us. Yeah. So the. Just like your standard trading cards, except at the back of them will be CG UK like imprinted. So it's a thing that we'll offer across all of our different campaigns. So there'll be like a full set that you can get if you back Rocket Girl and the Mole Men of Mars. You can get some from here, some from the next project. Do you know what I mean? So it's like a collectivized branding sort of thing.
Absolutely, I like it. All right. Well. So why this? Because you said you did another. So tell me about that. You say you did another political book. So tell me about that one.
The other book, not Daredevil, is less political. No, it's not. This book isn't even political. It's just like dressed politically, if that makes sense. So the other book I took. So you're familiar with the Lev Gleason Daredevil character from the 30s or 40s? It's been rebooted a number of times.
Let me stop you there. You talking about the original Daredevil, that red foot?
Yeah.
And he's got the half of the thing. Because I know Dynamite has the rights to that.
Yeah,
although
it's got the spiky belt in it. They call him the death-defying devil. They call him.
Yeah. I knew they changed the name because I was like, they let the rights lapse in Marvel, as they often do, snatch it up.
That's it. Marvel have owned the trademark on the name, the character, and all the original artwork is in the public domain. Yeah. So I was scrolling through looking for something to work with, and I picked this character out. And so, first of all, I called it not Daredevil because the trademark rules specifically say that it has to be clear. The man on the street cannot easily confuse your product with the other product in it. So because it's called not Daredevil, you know it's not Daredevil in it. So I took all of this original artwork by the legendary Charles Byroe and removed all of the text and just completely changed it. Now, those books, if you go back and read them, they're incredibly racist and sexist and homophobic and stuff. So I ran with that in it. Yeah. I dialed it up to 11 and just went mental with it. There's a whole section, for example, there's a character, the Silver Streak, and he's got a boy sidekick, Meteor. So I was doing a whole seduction of the innocent sort of joke in there. It's all about gays and influencing children and stuff. Like there's loads of subtext in that book. Like everything that I write has subtext and then like meta overtext. But no, it's in color already.
No, but I'm saying, you didn't read. But I'm saying, those pages are kind of old. That's why I was wondering, did you take them and digitally have them recolored?
No. That contributes to it. So it's got like a real Andy Warhol kind of feel to it, because I haven't even relettered it well. Like sometimes like it overlaps like the speech boxes. Like sometimes there's just one word in like a big bubble like that you would never like do. It when you see it, you'll understand. Like it adds to like the shittiness of it. Like it's pop art. That's my excuse for being a terrible artist.
Okay, so you did the not Daredevil, and then you did another book, or no?
Oh, so there's 2 issues of Not Daredevil. The first one I released 1 month before Gail Simone's Not Daredevil. Not 1 month before Gail Simone released issue 1 of The Death-Defying Devil. Then I released issue 2 on the same day, and I gave away 800 copies of issue 1. Released issue 2 on the same day.
How much did that cost? Or did you do it
digital?
Oh, okay. I was like, holy shit. I was like, damn. I was like, hey, man, Daddy $1 in here.
I wouldn't need to be here trying to sell books if I could afford to give away 800 physical ones, could I?
Yeah, I was like, bless you, brother. All right.
No, so they were free. The second one, the first book's mainly focused on race in the Golden Age. The second one is about sex and gender. And I dedicated it to Gail Simone. It says on the cover, this issue is dedicated to our rival, Gail Simone. Then there's a letter inside on the inside cover, like addressed to her, like congratulating her on the release of her book, saying how I was going to destroy her in sales over the next year or so. But I didn't. She smashed me because she's a real comic book writer and I'm a guy in a conservatory with paint.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been looking at some of those Comic-Con sales. Yeah, she does all right when they give her a brand new #1 and they let it launch, and then within like 2 issues, that shit flatlines.
Yeah, so the first Death-Defying Devil had 8,000 copies sold. I gave away 800, so 10%, like nowhere near. But so that letter that I put in issue 2, she retweeted it as well, and then blocked me straight afterwards. Which is
was I'll have to ask you, my friend. Was the little cheeky? Was it a little cheeky?
A little, yeah. Like
a little cheeky. Are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? Yeah, she's remarkably thin-skinned, although she is like a pit bull on the Twitter. And I noticed, she likes to quote tweet people and do all this and take screenshots and sick her fans on people, which is kind of what started her thing with Ethan. After our president got elected, and they were friends and they'd worked together a few times, and obviously she wasn't happy that Trump won, and Ethan was happy, and she quote tweeted him and sick like 100-something thousand people on him. And I'm sure that was pleasant for Mr. Van Sciver, who still, I think he's in the 38,000 or so range still on Twitch. She's got like 200,000 people, I think, just about following her. 100-something, 150.
Yeah, I always wonder like how many of those are trolls though. Like I bet a good chunk of them. Although she does have a high block count, everyone seems to be blocked by her, so she could have 500,000 followers. Not yet. Wait till she sees this.
But her buddy Mags Visaggio had blocked me. Mags Visaggio blocked me. I've been blocked by a lot because they do the blockchain thing. So I've been blocked. I'm blocked by like Dan Slott. I never talked to Dan Slott. One time I wasn't even following him. He blocked me, and I was like, I'm not even following this guy. Why is he blocking me? And I was like, okay.
So on Mags Visaggio, I sent her an advanced copy of this in a PDF, and she blocked me straight away. And then 2 days later, she puts out this tweet with a picture of the Red Sun Superman logo saying, "We need a symbol for socialism in comic books." And it's like, I'm right here. Like, I'm just on the other side of your block, or you just blocked me in it. Like,
I must ask though, because you are internet gay, would someone like Magdalene Visaggio, would that tickle your fancy there?
If she is offering me influence in the correct places, I'd take one for the team.
Oh.
I have an episode of another show that I have called Russian Troll Factory, where we do like trolling, called the Blacklist Blocklist. And it was like the top 7 people who had blocked me in the previous year. And a lot of the people that you just mentioned made that list, and it probably through blockchains as well. But I know that Gail Simone and Mags Visaggio is specifically because of my actions that I got blocked.
Interesting. But yeah, I've been blocked by a lot of people who I've never. Pretty sure I'm blocked by Kwanzaa, and it's like Kwanzaa. I wasn't blocked at first, and then I saw Jamal Igle blocked, but he hadn't blocked me yet. Like at least a couple weeks ago, I saw one of his tweets came up on my timeline. I wasn't blocked, but Kwanzaa, like I'm blocked by Kwanzaa, Mags, I think Heather Antos or something. There's a couple of those people like that. They're all not. I don't even know if Mark Wade still is on Twitter. Because he had disappeared for a while, but I think he poked his head after the lawsuit. I think he had dropped off for a little while. So I don't know, some of these people, that operate these blockchains. And there's a lot of colorists and inkers and stuff that I've never heard of. And someone that I follow, a pro that I follow, will tweet, and I go, wait a minute, why come I can't say it? And I click on it, and they'll be like, you are blocked from whoever. So I've been blocked by a lot of people and I think. That's why your boy Zach was, especially in the beginning, such a needed voice, because these people are working on books that people like myself happen to purchase. And I'm seeing, if I see their name on it, I don't want to give these people my money. I don't want to support people that, if I understand, if I say some trollish shit to you and you don't like it and you block me, I get that. That's fair. Because I was trolling. It's just like all those people that you, there was someone I like a Young Ripper, Eric July, and there was a woman that blocked him, and he showed the screenshot of her, the block page after she blocked him. But on her wallpaper, she had put on that she was proudly blocked by somebody else or whatever. So it's like or the people that like to troll Rob Liefeld all the time, and they go proudly blocked by Rob Liefeld.
Yeah.
Rob, you can't draw feet. Like
there is a video on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen it. It's got Stan Lee and Rob Liefeld and a third person, an artist.
It's not that Todd McFarlane one where they were drawing a character. Because they actually sold these on VHS like 30 years ago. Stan Lee, Rob Liefeld. It was like the image, which was kind of controversial because they had left the company and decided to go off on their own at that point. And so for Stan Lee, who was so closely linked to Marvel, but they had kind of screwed him at that point, and he had kind of walked away from it too. So he's like, fuck it, I'll do a video with Todd McFarlane and Rob Liefeld, even though I know it's going to piss Marvel.
But so I mention it because there's a moment so he like says, make up a character or whatever, and Rob Liefeld's drawing it. It's got your shoulder pads and your tiny little feet. And Stanley's ripping him to his face, like saying, what?
Yeah, I said, like I said, I owned this.
So funny.
I owned the VHS. I actually owned it. I had to pay $15 for it. It's only like 30 minutes long, the whole thing. And I purchased it. And they were creating a character. I think it was called Overt Kill. That was the name of the character, if I'm not mistaken, for the Spawn comic. That's it's that whole relationship. I wonder, although obviously they've mended the fences now, but Todd and Rob were really, really close. Todd kind of said Rob was more like a little brother because, Rob did an interview and he was like, Todd was annoyed. He kept calling, and he said, Todd McFarlane told him, he said, Rob, you call me more than my mom does. And it was that kind of deal. So, but they were really close. And then obviously the Image partners got a little tired of Rob. They felt like he was poaching talent from other studios, and they had all had a gentleman's agreement that they wouldn't do that. Rob told a story. It involved Michael Turner. Michael Turner was looking for some more work. He was signed to Top Cow. He was working for Mark Silvestri. I know he did Fathom, and he had done Witchblade for him and all that kind of. Michael Turner, God bless the dead, one of my favorites. Rob says, yeah, I gave Michael was looking for more work, and I gave him a job. But previously, Mark had hired Danny Meeke, who was Rob's personal inker. And like I said, they had this agreement that they would not get talent from other people. And Danny started doing some jobs for Top Cow. And Rob was like, I didn't see that as a big deal. Danny got some jobs from Mark. And so I didn't raise a stink about it, even though we had this agreement. And then Michael came to me. I ran into Michael, and he said, hey, I'm looking for some more jobs. And I gave him, he started doing like some Glory stuff, eventually, little stuff like that for Rob. And Mark had a problem with it. And so he was like, well, I didn't have a problem when you hired Danny. So I don't understand that. But that was one of the things. And then some stuff started happening, and lawyers got involved. And obviously, Rob.
I always talk about this idea, that we should not only learn from our own mistakes, but we should learn from the mistakes of others in it. And Image Comics has a template there of how to almost make it work. And we need to take what they did and tweak it so it does work and have the best Comicsgate that we possibly can.
Well, yeah, that's like, I think we should all at least try to help each other and work together as possible. But some people have compared Comicsgate to like old Image. I don't know if I see it like that, because we're not a company, obviously. But just a bunch. We're a collective of people, of creators and fans.
Obviously, Image was boosted by the speculation boom as well in it. Yeah. And the difference between them and us. I always say this, that Comicsgate is the audience. That if you buy a book on Indiegogo, you're in the gang. You're part of it. And Image is its own company. It's a different model. But we can still learn from them. Hail Dr. Fantastic, I agree.
But see, that's the thing. It's like I think with the CGUK, I thought that was pretty cool. You guys started streaming and doing things, and you're building an audience, and that's as you should. I think more people that are involved in Comicsgate, they should have platforms. People need places to go if they're going to create books, because you can't count on getting on, like, say, Ethan's channel or John Malin's channel. You can't count on that.
Yeah, so you have to build your own. So, in CGUK, it started off. There was me, Captain Fuckhead, and Peter Gilmore, and Carl from Merry Boys, and a few others. It's only been 9 weeks since we started streaming, and already, we're finding people who are like, "Oh, I'm in the UK as well." Dragging more people in. It's a thing that we should all be thinking about. How do we attract people from outside of Comicsgate into Comicsgate? Otherwise we only have a select market to sell to, and we should be
we should all be trying to grow the community. We should all be trying to grow it, and
exactly, and, even if it means letting dirty communists in.
Well, Mr. Brand, I'm a big fan of your movies and your comedy and stuff. So Russell Brand is here, and he is doing his thing. I don't know. You kind of have a Russell Brand vibe. I don't know.
I get it. I hear that a lot.
But Peephole Circus for £2. I love that. Hell Comicsgate, hell CGUK. Well, absolutely. I'm cool with that.
Peephole's in our gang as well.
Yeah, Peephole. Yeah, get it, Peephole. I don't know if
he's a moderator on your channel as well, and he's a moderator on everyone's channel. He's amazing. Everyone knows who he is.
Yeah. I don't know. He keeps showing up, so that's why. That's kind of how I kind of gauge it. I hate when people that never come here and then they show up and go, "Hey, mod me," and I'm like, "Fuck that! I don't know who you are." But if I start seeing you, like when I'm talking about dirty porn on Sexy Party or any of that kind of stuff, and I said, Peephole's been here for quite a while. So
there was an episode of CGUK where I redistributed the wrenches to everyone in the chat. Like every single person who showed up for that episode got a wrench.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Arthur Brown of the Candy Kodiak has a question. He says, "Do you get as much Pootie Tang as Russell Brand?" Russell Brand has gotten some high quality poon, like Katy Perry and all that. Yeah.
He won an award in our country, Shagger of the Year, like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, Shagger of the Year. I love that.
I only wish that I could get as much as he does. He's a hero.
Let's say the other M, is this the Workers of the World Unite stream? I don't know.
I always say this about Comicsgate. Yeah, what we have done is we have seized the means of production from the mainstream to produce our own products by working together, collectivizing all the effort. We're all helping each other. It's a team effort. Put in what you can, take out what you need. Comicsgate is communism. You just didn't notice. It's communism where we all make money.
Well, I must admit, Mark, I think your self-publishing model, which you have co-opted from George, I think it is revolutionary. I think it's going to take over, and it will be the standard for Comicsgate, especially when you have a fine product like Detective Dead. I think that this staple, photocopied book, I think that would be the standard there. That is what we should expect.
We have a saying in CG UK where we say it's not schemes and scams, it's zines and scans. Like that's what we're offering.
Scans. Well, like I said, I perhaps on the Way of the Gun campaign, I will offer a photocopied edition of Brand Way of the Gun. I would perhaps like to do that. So can I run off a few photocopies and just staple the damn thing and see if that works?
Take it. It's yours.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on, let me get this. Michael Ian Jard. Ironically, Detective Dead is dead. Critius seems to think he can save it. I just don't know. I don't know how that is possible. I know I'm 100% positive, unless he hits the lottery, that he can't both make the book and refund all the backers. I know that can't happen. And I was a little concerned when
that doesn't make any sense at all, does it?
Yeah, he's got over 1,100 backers, and he said, over $38,000 raised, and he said that he would refund the backers and ship the books to them.
If he could afford to refund the backers, he could afford to deliver the book. I did the maths, and if you went to communist Cuba, where the average monthly wage is $30 a month, for $38,000, you could live there comfortably for 105 years. Like that's how much is screwed people over. 105 years worth of life.
Oh God. But yeah, the Charles Money Critics would spend $1,000. He would get fancy staples. That's why I would have to help him or something. I'd have to help him manage the money, because I just couldn't. He would be like, the whole thing with the fonts. I was like, Crit, I love you, man, but what were you doing? I don't understand. And you get so far out there, and you're buried in debt, and then you're too proud to ask for help or mention it or anything, and he's drowning, and he just didn't say anything. And I'm like, ugh.
I will give him a modicum of respect for coming back and taking everything that he's getting. Like when he could have not done that, he could have just properly ran away. So
yeah, but it's just like I said, I'm a backer.
Oh yeah. It's different for you because you physically lost money on it. I didn't even know who it was until he reappeared.
Yeah, I spent $50, and as I tweeted out, I could have just bought some chicken with that. I would have bought me a big old bucket of Popeye's chicken. I don't know if you have Popeyes or some equivalent of that across the pond there, but we have this glorious chicken place called Popeyes, and it is fantastic. And they have the new spicy chicken sandwich that have made Black folks across the country just go crazy. They fighting in the Popeye. There's all these videos of people just breaking out in fights, standing in line for a chicken sandwich. And I'm like, okay.
Only in America could that happen.
Only. They come into America. But like, so your book sounds like you're about ready to print. You just need funds or whatever, right? Or are you still?
The book's already funded.
Mm.
It was funded in 2 days. I was stunned and touched by the fact that people were so generous to fund the book. I'm currently looking at stretch goals. Like, it was something that I didn't think that I would have to think about for weeks, and it was funded in 2 days. So we was discussing today the idea that when I reached, say, $1,000, which I don't think it's far away. Some people have backed it since we started this. I'm gonna send some North Korean currency out with the book in it.
Oh, really?
That I will sign, and so I'm also gonna give it a kiss on it. Well, not me, market.
How do you get that currency? Do you order it like on Amazon or some equivalent? Or I'm assuming you've never been to actual North Korea, although I know news reporters and stuff go there. And stuff.
If I went to North Korea now, they would kill me. Like, I'd be a political prisoner in it. Like, because
of the book.
This is a crime, and it
committed heresy or whatever.
Yeah. Like, so yeah, you can order it off the internet. And it
okay.
So I'll be redistributing those.
I have a $10 note. A buddy of mine went over to the UK, and he was like, oh, I've got I think he told me it was worth about $5. I don't know. I still have it here somewhere. It has the Queen on it, and I was like, okay. I was like, all right, but I guess I could take it to the bank and have it exchanged. I don't know. I just thought it was one. I was like, oh, I've got money from another country.
I bought this treasure chest from a charity shop, from a thrift store, whatever, many years ago, and I looked at it for ages. Like, it needs something to go in there, and then I realized treasure. This is full of all foreign coins now in it, and I might bury it before I die, just for someone in the future to find. Jalapeno Milk in the chat, if reading your own chat, says that
the coronavirus.
Yeah. That's an option. I was sneezing every book before I said it. We was spitballing ideas in it the other day, and we talked about having a less pages stretch goal. So if I reach a certain target, I'll reduce the number of pages in the book, because.
I was like, well, you could actually add a stretch goal where you add pages from Detective Dead into the book.
I can't afford pages from Detective Dead.
Apparently, Craig can't afford them either, but there are he's got some pages that he hadn't used. And so maybe work something out with him. Say, hey, give me a couple of pages there, bro. And let's let these pages see print.
Redistribute the pages to the
Yeah, there you go. Oh, it would be so funny because he actually tweeted out. He tweeted out at least 10 or so pages a couple hours ago.
I saw them. They look good as well.
But you should take those pages and put your own letters and stuff on them. It would be a goof. I don't like that.
I did that to Lone Star. I only took 2 pages, and did that. I put all rainbow dildos in there, I was making a war campaign jokes. He blocked me for that as well, because can't take the heat.
Well, I don't know. I've been seeing, they've had the whole people been going at Mike because critics. I don't know, maybe critics should have kept their personal dealings to itself about how much you paid him for the cover and all this kind of thing. Because they've been going after him pretty heavy since critics said that. So I was like, but what are you gonna do? You do business. This is. All the covers I've had done, I had to obviously pay for and whatnot. So
I didn't. Captain Fuckhead did his for free.
Out of the love?
Euro, yeah. Because it's my boyfriend, and both of us, we have a real symbiotic relationship in it. I'll help him do anything that he's doing, and he'll help me do anything that we're doing. We both started at the bottom together, and we're pulling each other up at the same time.
So hold up, I gotta ask you, coming Mark, what are you drinking? Because I'm seeing people are interested in what you're drinking. So what is it that
Yeah. So
exactly?
this time I'm drinking
Hold on, let me put the.
Courvoisier brandy.
Oh wow, okay, let me put that on now. Boom.
Yeah,
And
you
what is
see
it? Okay. Oh, so
brandy.
you sure you're not a proper black there? Because the Courvoisier in the hood is it's
I
old school. That's like what old players used to drink. Courvoisier. Yeah,
I
man.
this has been on a shelf in my kitchen for at least a year. Like, so normally, like I'll drink like the cheap shit in it. Like, uh, Pete was mentioning this earlier. I love mead. You ever had mead?
I have
Mead?
not. I'm like malt liquor and all this kind of stuff. This is like I said, I've lived in the ghetto most of my life, so this is what because like when you said Courvoisier, I mean hell, even what was the Kanye West song where he said "Pastor Courvoisier"? That's why they did it, Pastor Courvoisier. Yeah, and I was like
I,
that one. I just Coke
I,
45, Slits malt liquor.
45. I love a brandy. I say to people that brandy is to whiskey what Dr. Pepper is to Coca-Cola. Like, it's almost the same, but it's just better somehow. like, and yeah, so mead is, so wine is made out of grapes and they ferment it and squish it and shit.
Right.
It's exactly the same, but instead of grapes, they use honey. Like, so it has this like delicious, like sweet honey flavor. Like, if you like honey, mead will blow your mind. Like, it's a similar percentage to a wine, like 12-15%, something like that. It's real nice. I highly recommend it.
I'm laughing at the chat. The chat's crazy, but no. Like I said, I grew up. Like you hear about Boone's Farm and all these different, But yeah, I definitely know about. Plus, one of my favorite things is like vodka. I like screwdrivers.
Yeah, with orange juice. You ever had? Why are we doing drinks hour?
Came up. People were
Di-
interested in your alcohol.
like Disaronno. You get Disaronno in America. It's like a almondy drink. It's fucking delicious as well. That is.
I've had vodka that was made from almond. What's that? What was that? Is it Almondale? I think that was Jay-Z had a alcohol company and he was doing he was promoting. There's a vodka because most of it's either corn or potatoes that they make the vodka out of.
Yeah.
But he had this vodka that was made from almond, which I didn't.
That the product placement in rap music really seems to have had an effect on you.
yeah. It's almost diabolical. It's like, is there a master plan by Universal Music Group to have all the rappers do like product play because they do have an influence. They influence. That's why a lot of companies actually pay them to rap. Hey, tell them you wearing Jordans. Tell them you wearing Reeboks or whatever. It's like say you wearing Louis Vuitton, and people want to wear. They want to wear what they hear on their songs, and they want to drink. They want to drink those drinks. It's like, hey, I'm drinking Ciroc, which I've had Ciroc, and it's very good. They have so many different flavors, like cherry Ciroc and all this kind of things. Coconut Ciroc. Coconut's not, but if you put a little alcohol in it, a little orange juice and water it down, it's good. But
so in the old days, it used to be the government and the CIA pushing crack. But now, like, they're doing it the capitalist way, like just through product placement.
Well, that's what it is. But like I said, I've probably been infected by too much. I need to go. I need to do what my old buddy of mine. He was living what they call a minimalist lifestyle.
Yeah, sure.
And i.e., he did not watch television. He kind of, you know what I'm saying? He had a phone, but he didn't live on. It was actually a stripped down phone. Even though you can get the modern with the computers and all that kind of stuff, he had like a flip phone. He kept it very minimal. He kept, just a couple of different suits of clothes, and he ate pretty much the same thing. He regimented himself. He saved several $1000s living like that. I mean, he lived very, the only thing he splurged on was like, Yeah, but he liked playing first person shooters. So he played like Doom and all these different, what like anything with the Unreal 4 engine or whatever. He was real good at like yeah, he was
I so I lived like that for maybe 2 years or something until I had a child in it. Like, it's all right to take your partner along on that ride, like of let's live as cheaply as we can. But when you have like a baby, you can't
yeah.
like force them into that lifestyle in it. Like, when people make their children vegans, like,
Well,
what are you doing? Like if you're gonna make that choice, that's fine. Don't force it on people. So I had this thing where I realized that probably 80% of the dinners that I would eat was some variation on tomatoes and onions, like together in a sauce in it. So, I'd eat spaghetti one day, I'd eat chili con carne the next day, have a pizza or a curry, like everything had those same ingredients. So I was like, well, fuck this. Like, I'll just make them at home. And I was so you can clone plants. Did you know that? Like, you take a cut off,
yeah, and
put
then
it in
yeah.
the ground, and it grows again. So every time that like I'd use a tin of tomatoes, wash it out, fill it with soil, and clone another plant in it until I got to a point where I just had bare tomatoes, like I never needed to buy tin tomatoes again. So it's a good idea.
Which I love tomatoes, by the way. Charlie's London for $1.99 in pounds, so £1.99, I guess I should say. I got 99 problems, but Kim Il Soon ain't one, and yeah, that is true. That is
Hey,
definitely
old
true.
Charlie.
Well, well, I have to ask you, Mr. Mark, as we get here to the closing. Let us have one more quick pitch about the adventures of Kim Il Sung in Best Korea. Why should people back you? It sounds like a few people have backed you already since we started the stream, which is awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to you people. You're all my heroes. Like, I love you. So to answer your question, to take this moment to sell the book one last time, I understand like that this book isn't supposed to work in Comicsgate. Yeah, we're not supposed to do politics, and you're supposed to have great art. This book breaks all of the rules in it. Like, it shouldn't work. It's already fully funded. It did work. Yeah. So I understand. Thank you to everyone who did back it. If you don't want to back it, if you're against politics and comics, we'll burn one for you. Like, that's fine. But even if you can't afford that, just go and give me a YouTube subscribe. Like, that doesn't cost you any money. Like, I need that 1,000 YouTube subscribers so I can take a copy of this to the North Korean embassy in London, live stream the event as I run up, and throw it over the fence, and run away like a pussy. Like, just please go and buy it, like, or don't, whatever. It's already funded.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you still what, as I always say, I appreciate all donations, great and small. Kami Mark, tell folks how they can find you, like they're on the interwebs, on social media, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So follow me on Twitter at CommieMark. The E is a 3. You don't have to worry about any of this weird Cyrillic letters. It's all English letters. COMMI 3 Mark. Go give me a follow. What I'll do is I'll drop a comment in the chat so people can click the 3 little dots, like, and go and subscribe.
Yeah.
Can't.
And I appreciate the mods. The mods have been putting your YouTube channel and dropping the links to the book and all that good stuff in there. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
awesome.
Peephole Circus has just dropped a link to it.
Awesome.
Thank you, Peephole. You're
that is
one of
awesome.
my heroes. Yeah, so when we finish this, go over to my channel and watch the CG UK live stream that we just did. We did like a live improv of so Peter Gilmore has this book coming out next week, Rocket Gal and the Mole Men of Mars. So we live streamed an episode of his comic book, and like we made it up on the fly, like an improvised issue, like and there's jokes in there that could potentially make it into a future comic book, and it's something we're looking at replicating.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure to talk to you, Kami Mark. And as our friends in Italy say, I wish you bona fortuna with the adventures of Kim Il Sung and Best Korea. There, it looks like people are digging your vibe there, and make proper comics, whatever. I don't know, quit saying
Thank,
stuff.
thank you,
Anyway,
everyone.
but it,
And
it
I,
is. Go ahead.
it's been a pleasure to be here, and I hope that you, Antonio, have had as much fun as I have. Like, as long as we're here having fun, people will see that we're having fun and they'll want to join in because everyone wants to have fun, don't they?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. CG Fun, man. Hashtag CG Fun. Let's do it. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all on YouTube, all at the Card Press. Cardpress.com takes you to brand Way of the Gun. You can get it. We're hitting that $6,000 mark. We're getting there. Let's see. We're on Amazon and we're on Teespring. We got new stuff coming out. Kanan will be here on Sunday. I'm looking forward to streaming with him. And thank you guys. I think I'm going to go and piss off and watch some wrestling now. Later.